All right, what's up, guys? So I'm here in Sydney, Australia right now. Great fights coming up at UFC 293. I can't wait. It's gonna be a great one. At obviously Israel Adesanya is the guy that's the one to beat. Obviously has a belt, so many title defenses, 11 title fights in a row. I got that stat from John Anik. So if I'm wrong, attack that man. Great fight though against Sean Strickland, stepping up on short notice. I'm super excited for this opportunity for Sean. Obviously for multiple reasons. I'm living in Vegas now. Extreme Couture. This is a great opportunity for Sean to upset the masses. Now, obviously, I'm a little salty. Izzy bet against me going into my fight with Sean O'Malley. So, on top of me being cordial and training partners, teammates with Sean Strickland, it's almost a double down effect of like, now I really want you to win. Just because of that. But it is what it is. It's a fight, man. Anything can happen. As we've seen at UFC 292, crazy shit happens sometimes in the fight game. The person who's predicted to win, obviously, Israel Adesanya, they don't always win. And that's why we go out there and we compete and we fight. So, obviously, I'm coming back from New York. I went to go corner my brothers and Anthony Delemy at CFFC. My two brothers, they missed weight. We didn't get to corner those guys. They didn't fight. And I got to corner Anthony Delemy, short notice fight for Cage Fury. Comes up with a big win. Mr. Dilemma put the hammers on him. That was a great win, great opportunity for him as well. He's now 4-0. Other than that, Cage Fury, we flew from Cage Fury, well, New York. I drove back to New York the next day. Flew from New York to LAX, which is LA. And then from there, flew straight to Sydney, Australia. It was an insane flight. What was it? 5.5 hours from New York to LA, and about 14.5 hours from LA to Sydney. So crazy trip. Thankfully, we got here safely, and it's been a great trip so far. Obviously, I've been working, been doing a lot of fan meet and greets and things like that. We did a seminar at Emerge MMA. So it's been a little bit of a whirlwind, but so far so good. The food's been great. The weather's been a little bit It's the start of their spring right now because they're opposite hemispheres. So we're on this hemisphere, they're on this hemisphere. So opposites. Obviously, back in New York, we're going towards fall. They're going towards spring. So last week was the beginning of spring for them. And the weather is starting to pick up. But it's been a little bit cold, man. I'm not going to lie. It's been a little bit cold. We're going to Bali after this. And then we're going to Italy. And then guess what? I'm competing against Nathaniel Wood at Polaris. I cannot wait. That's going to be a great competition. Just full disclosure, guys, listen, I'm not saying that this fight won't be competitive, this match won't be competitive, because it will be, but just know I'm on vacation. But I'm going to make sure I get in some really good and long training sessions so that I can make sure that I give you guys the best, or as close to the best version of myself. We're competing at 160 pounds, so obviously not cutting down to 135 pounds, where Nathaniel Wood used to compete at. It has its advantages, and the advantages are I don't have to cut a significant amount of weight and do all kinds of extracurricular things to make sure I'm in shape. So that's the best part about it. With that being said, I still fully intend to be, at least have some type of abs. I gotta make sure I'm flexing on them. Oh, Mach 5. If you guys know, you know. If you know, you know. Old school cartoon show. So my old school heads, you guys know what I'm talking about. With that being said, so we're going to compete in Wales September 30th. And that's going to be like my kind of competition where, like I said, I'm on vacation, but I'm going to be training a little bit because even on vacation, even in the off season, I still train. That's just what I do. This is my job. This is the only thing I know, you know? So what else can I do with my time? Can I just be drinking and hanging out the whole time? Yes, but I like to lift. I like to work out. I like to grapple. I like to hit pads. So I'm going to be doing that on my downtime. My fiance and I are going to be traveling. We're here in Australia right now. Going to Bali on Monday after the fights, the day after the fights at UFC 293. We'll get some good training in over there. We'll be there for about 9 days. And then after that, we'll be going straight over to Italy. Some sightseeing, but I got to make sure we find some places that we're going to train as well. I got to get my weight down. I got to make the 160-pound limit. And then from there, looking forward to competing against Mr. Nathaniel Wood. The last time we trained together was back in London, and that was about 5 years ago. I think that was 2018, around like June or something like that. So everything comes full circle. It's a great opportunity for both of us, I think. Nathaniel can grapple. They have some really good grappling coaches over there. Some guys that I train with, some guys that I know from the States. So I know they're in good hands. And I just look forward to the opportunity. So that's when I'll be back to action. You guys can make sure you watch that and tune in on UFC Fight Pass. I'm gonna be there. Bam, 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 bam. I'm excited that someone's gonna actually exchange and grapple with me. So that's gonna be good. Other than that, we're about to head out tonight. I'm gonna give my predictions for UFC 293, the main event. I don't even know who else is really on the card. I know Manel Kape is fighting some guy. I don't even know who that guy is. But the main predictions I'm gonna give you guys is the main event. Israel Adesanya versus Sean Strickland. Like I said, it's a fist fight. Anything can happen. If Sean O'Malley can win the belt over a guy who's completely stylistically better on paper, then Sean Strickland can win over someone who's stylistically better on paper. It's a fight. Anything can happen, and that's why we get in there and we compete. Israel Adesanya, I'm going to say his keys to victory, using those feints, chopping down the legs, staying long, not getting into the boxing exchanges with Sean Strickland. And then I think he does a good job of utilizing those question mark kicks. Using his 1-2s kind of reminds me of a little bit of O'Malley. He's not going to be those guys who sits there and use those long combinations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punch, 6 punch combination. He doesn't do that. That's not Israel Adesanya. He picks his shots, one jab, one cross, one leg kick at a time, and he tries to pick you apart, slowly break you down, eventually get you frustrated, and then that's when he typically lands the money shot. Pause. So with that being said, I'm going to say Strickland now on the other side. He's got to be able to cut Izzy off, cut the cage. You can't follow a guy like Izzy who has really good footwork. Same thing I said about O'Malley. Really good footwork. You can't chase him, try to pressure him against the cage, dirty boxing, slow him down, chop the legs when you can chop the legs. Izzy's going to be sitting here the whole time, faking, going to this side, inside, outside, whipping those leg kicks, whipping to the calf kick. And I think Sean's just got to make sure he's not getting caught up in that. Make sure his hands are high when he does go in to strike. Because Izzy does a good job of when guys come forward and they start to strike before their hands are high. So their hands are high, but then they strike and they come forward and they open up. So they go here and then they open up. And I feel that's where Izzy catches guys in those in-between moments. So I think if Sean can almost use a feint to kind of get Izzy to think he's going to throw and then go forward, but I would start with the jab and then fight behind the jab. Don't come in with a cross. We see what happens when you come in with a cross and a guy steps back, he measures, he counter punches. It's not a good situation. So my advice to Strickland would be a situation where Izzy is measuring and trying to control the distances, cutting off the cage, using a feint before you go, and starting with the jab. This way, when you start with the jab, it's long, and then from there, you can see which way Izzy's trying to circle. If you step in with an orthodox jab, now he's gonna have to pick left or right which way he's gonna want to go. Now, if you feint and then go with the jab, and then you fight behind it, right hand tight, you get to see which way Izzy's going to go, and then get to try to cut the cage off and give him a hard exit. Even if you can't land something significant with the hard exit, you got the leg kicks. You chop down the legs little by little. And that's the fight game. It's who's going to be able to implement their game plan and stay disciplined the longest. And I hate bringing this back to me, but once again, like I said, I stayed disciplined for 5 minutes. Round 2, it came out a little bit more aggressive, trying to make some action happen. And I paid for it. You see what I'm saying? So if Sean could do the right things by himself, for himself, I think he has a great opportunity to win that's going to shock the world. Like for us, we all know on paper who's supposed to win. But when you get in there, you just never know what the other person is going to do. You don't never know what they're going to bring to the octagon when you're in there, when that door locks behind you. And that's the beauty of this whole thing. It's like we compete for a reason. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this one plays out. I'm going to be there. I love the Australian fans. You guys are top-notch, hardcore, and I love that. And I always compare it to the States. People get mad when I do that, but you guys don't get the fights often. So whenever us fighters do come out, you guys show a ton of love, a ton of respect. And for me, that's what it's all about. You know, so we do it for you guys as much as we do it for ourselves to make a living. But at the end of the day, we do it to entertain you guys out there across the world. And the Aussie fans, like I said, have shown nothing but respect. I appreciate every single one of you guys who have come out to all the functions we've done so far. I can't wait to see you guys at the fights. Bright and early at UFC 293. I got one more Q&A panel during the morning. I think at like 8:30, 9 a.m. And then I'm done by like 10, and I get to watch the fights from there on. The main card starts at 12. So it's an early morning. We've been here rocking and rolling, kicking it. I can't wait. Other than that, what else do we got? I think I talked about everything so far. Like I said, Australia to Sydney. Monday, we're going to Bali. If you guys are in the hood, come pull up. I'll be at Bali MMA. I don't know exactly where we're staying. I don't know the festivities that we're going to have. But pull up, come say hi. Don't be shy. Don't be awkward. I'm a human just like you guys. So just show some love. Say what's up. I don't bite. And other than that, we're going to go from there. Go to Italy, do some training. I'll be in Wales. We're going to be doing some testings of some white I don't want to call it overproof, but some white rum and for Funk Harbor. I'm going to be doing that in Wales. And we'll probably be in like the UK till like October 4th. Then we'll be going back to the States. So that's my itinerary, traveling. So you guys will probably see me around. Don't be shocked if you see your boy. Just like I said, just say what's up. Come hang out. Maybe come take a shot because I'm probably going to be at a bar. And let's just all have a good time. That's it. Other than that, I think we got some fight news. I think Charlie Campbell is going to be making his UFC debut soon. Possibly next week or in 2 weeks. And I think Dennis and Favola might be on the UFC MSG card. I'm going to be there. My boy, one of my best friends, he's getting married in Cancun, Mexico, in November. So I'll be there. And then right after that, I'll be in MSG. I got a crazy travel schedule. I'm not going to be in the States for a long time. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. But that's it. So thank you guys. Stay blessed. Stay safe, please. I'm a little lit right now. Just a little bit. I'm a little bit, my girl say I need some water. I'm a little bit lit off the harbor. Coming to stores October. I can't wait. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm sorry for the delay. It's been a long time, I know. But I've been busy, been traveling. And it's been hard getting some proper Wi-Fi. But thank you guys. Stay blessed, stay safe. Peace. I'll see you guys. Oh, sorry. Before I go, my next move, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm thinking about staying at 135, maybe doing like another fight or two And if it's another fight or two, it's either the rematch right away, or it's fight somebody to solidify that I'm the number one contender, and then fight again to get the title. Well, fight to be the number one contender, and then fight for the belt right after. But if Merab is going to fight for the belt, meaning that he gets the next shot, it's not Cheeto, and Merab gets the next shot, which it should be. Based on merit, it should be Merab. Then I'll probably think about some other options, and we'll just sit down and try to figure out who do we fight at 145. Because again, remember, Giga Chikadze, Ilya Taporia, both really good friends of Merab, both guys that I've met, I'm very cordial with. But Merab has that Georgian connection with those guys. And I know a lot of people have been talking about, yo, fight Max, fight Max. That'll be a fun fight. It'd be cool. I don't know if Max really sees that as a fight that's good for him. I think he has a lot more to lose than I do. But we'll see what happens. That's kind of what I'm looking at. And I've trained with Brian Ortega. I've trained with Max Holloway. Cordial with Yair Rodriguez. Obviously, I've been at 135 for a very long time, so I didn't think that this possibility would happen anytime soon. But here we are. 145 is a very real possibility, and we're gonna figure out what's the fight to take at that weight class. Should I not be getting the rematch at 135 against Mr. Sugar Tits? And I'm still gonna call him Sugar Tits because guess what? He's still sugar and he's still sweet. So Sugar Tits. Fuck off. All right. Other than that, I'm gonna get out. I got a party I'm about to attend. And we about to get lit because we on vacation, right? We on vacation. So we go on vacation. All right, guys. Later. Peace.